We want to move into our home, and to tell you the truth, there's been a lot of things holding us back, like these sliding doors. No matter how much I tried waterproofing, they kept leaking.
So they've been removed. When I took the doors out, I realized there was a fabric wicking material that went from the inside of the door underneath and to the outside. So when I caulked the bottom of the door, the moisture was not able to escape. This is what was causing my leak the entire time. Last week, I ground off the blue skin, I ground down some high spots, and I'm ready to start fresh. Because of that wicking fabric, in order to waterproof my sliding doors, I need to create a pan. But right now, the concrete step on the outside of the house is the same height as the concrete on the inside of the house, which means I can't do flashing. So I need to create a concrete step to go underneath the sliding doors. Before I pour the concrete grout, I need to ensure that this little poured step area is wet so that the concrete below doesn't take out the moisture from the newly poured step.
That's not tall enough.
And the step needs to be protected from the sun and the wind.
Wow, okay, that just covers. All right, setting this to a 1/2 inch so that as I can go along, I can quickly check it. I'm first gonna add 1.5 liters to this bucket, and then slowly, bit by bit, add half of the bag of Sika grout to it. And then I have extra water if I need it.
For this step, I'm using Sika Grout 212, which is perfect for a 1/2 inch pour and is exterior rated.
Ah, the breaker flipped. Breaker flipped again. It doesn't like the revving of it. Repeat for 3 to 5 minutes. Sometimes arc fault breakers suck.
If you're wondering why I'm just doing a 1/2 inch pour for this step, it's because I don't have enough room with the header above the door. I will never frame a header directly above a door ever again. I will always frame it against the double top plates and fill frame below, because I could have made this step a lot bigger. Honestly, I'm lucky I even had that 1/2 inch of wiggle room.
It's a panic.
If I didn't have that wiggle room, I would have had to reframe parts of this wall.
But honestly, glad I have this 6-inch trowel. I bought a concrete trowel too, but this is really nice for the forms.
And then you might be wondering, why didn't I bring the outside step lower? This is because I have an engineered slab. A rebar is 2 inches below the concrete, and if I chip into that and bring it down a 1/2 inch or an inch lower, it's no longer built to my plans, and I would have to get an engineer involved. And a re-inspection.
That was stressful. I'm done. I just had enough. I should have maybe used more than the half bag. It's pretty level within an 1/8. Right now, I'm gonna just cover this quickly in vapor barrier, and then I need to clean off my tools because I don't want concrete on them. Morning. It's been less than 24 hours since I've poured these. I am really nervous to peel everything back because I don't know what's gonna happen. But that being said, I can't do that right away because it needs to be a little bit more cured, and I can't blue skin this step because again, it needs to be a little bit more cured. So I'm gonna do some homesteading chores. First of all, I need to show you our trampoline. This tree landed on it last year and wrecked the frame right here. And the snow over the winter leaning it up against the tree was a terrible idea. Don't ever do that. It bent the trampoline even more. I found a trampoline on a buy and sell for $150. They're usually like $450. I'm gonna go get that, and I need to go get some wood. Say good morning to our neighborhood deer. She's been hanging out a lot lately. Hello. Okay, trampoline was successful. I'm picking up wood now. I hope the bugs don't eat me. And I brought my axe because, well, they're not split. And so I am going to hand split this. So for my favorite dogs, and as a thank you for all the free wood, I just got these Bark boxes in. Bark is the leading dog first company that delivers joy and monthly themed boxes to your door that keep tails wagging and parents smiling. They make quality treats with no wheat, soy, or corn, always made in the USA or Canada. Even the toys are designed in-house by Bark and inspired by monthly themes, like this Tokyo themed box with a pork belly rub ramen ball and the Tokyo inspired vending machine ball, or this adorable sweetie pie bakery box. Every single box comes with 2 bags of treats custom made by Bark, like this cinnamon pumpkin recipe and these maple bacon soft bakes, and 2 original toys like how cute is the strawberry pie and the little chef bear, and 1 shoe delivered right to your door. Back for a limited time only, these exclusive Crocs are free when you subscribe to Bark's monthly treats and toys if you join now. Available in 2 glow-in-the-dark colors and 3 sizes for your dogs. Click the link in my description for this deal, and thanks so much to Bark for sponsoring me this week.
I know a lot of people are wondering when we're going to move into our house, but life is not just building. Sometimes I have to take breaks and get some of these homesteading chores done. But luckily, it is a welcomed break. I do enjoy splitting wood. It is a nice workout for the day, and I get to practice my skills. There is a bit of a skill to hand splitting wood. It's not just about strength. It's also about where you hit it, if there's knots, and how you hit it.
At first I was panicking because I was like, oh, these are going to be really hard to split. They're oak, they're wet. But as soon as I got them on a platform, which is more tricky to lift, but easier to split in this situation, it's been good since then. This one has a knot though. So I do one at the front, one at the back, and then the next split should crack all the way through, or the next one. This one has 2 knots here and here, but it's telling me where to split. So we're gonna try our best on this one. Instead of just lifting up and down, I think I need more power for this one, so I'm gonna swing over. Lifting up and down saves energy, where you might not need the power of throwing it over your shoulder. Yay. Okay, I have run out of time. I'll be back another day for this, but I feel like I accomplished a decent amount. Leaving this for now. Daughter's getting off the bus in a few minutes. I didn't even tell her about the trampoline fix. She's gonna be so happy. What do you think this is?
Trampoline!
Yeah!
Yay!
Yay! Well, good morning. We're back at it. It's been 3 days since I poured these steps. They should be cured enough to take the little form boards off without them breaking, because again, it's such a thin layer. And it should be cured enough to be able to put the blue skin on top of it. It's also like really chilly today, and I'm really surprised that 6mm vapor barrier is keeping the heat in here so well. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be to get out. There we go. I mean, that's pretty good. Nothing broke. It's strong stuff to be poured at a 1/2 inch. All right, now I'm gonna check to see if I need to do any little touch-ups to this step. I originally was going to order a PVC pan that had a slope built into it, so I did try to make it flat. But it's not coming in on time. And so I'm getting a metal one built, but luckily it has slope to it. So I still accidentally had it sloped, which is great. All of it has slope. Not perfect, but not bad. So I just checked everything with a laser. Everything went over pretty well, except for I have one high spot that I may as well just take a second to grind down.
And of course, it's never just one spot. As I was grinding along, I noticed other little deficiencies. I could feel it with the grinder. And since this was a little bit easier to grind down than the concrete in my foundation, I just decided to take some time and get it done. By using my laser level and I had my gauge, I was able to make sure that everything was at the same height and that it all had an 1/8 of an inch slope.
I'm actually quite proud of this. I just have this one low point, an 1/8 of an inch lower, and from here over is an 1/8 of an inch lower. This side is great. So I'm gonna do one thin layer of blue skin here and in that low spot, just so that it bumps up that 1/8, and then we can cover the entire step with blue skin. Let's get to priming. I didn't do this the first time around. I still don't think it's necessarily necessary because the beetle's so sticky, but just in case, I'm gonna go above and beyond. It's really expensive, but anyways. It doesn't take long for this stuff to be ready, which I'm happy about because I really do have to go. But it's tacky to the touch, but the residue isn't coming off onto my fingers. Absolute perfection. Okay, time to cut the big piece. I do have Cam here today. And now to get this on so that we can move on with our long weekend Monday. We go in between the sandwich. Oh God. If you hold it with one hand up, I'm so nervous. I'm not gonna look at your side unless you need help.
Now, before you get super angry at me in the comments, I've been thinking about how to reinstall this and keep it from leaking for 6 to 8 months now. I've asked so many people questions, and the best way to do this is to completely waterproof the step and make sure that waterproofing goes up the wall, because the foundation underneath the framing is still about the same height as the concrete step outside. So even if I waterproofed the step just by painting it with a waterproof paint, water could still get underneath the framing, just with the wind, even though the concrete step is sloped downwards. Now, this concrete step eventually will be covered completely with decking, and so you won't be able to see the blue. But it's the only way to create a completely waterproof step by having the blue skin go up the wall and kind of creating almost a shower pan that drains out.
So now I'm just cutting down the side of the door and peeling it over.
So the difference between the first time I had installed the blue skin was that I only installed it to the front of the door and I didn't install it underneath the door. This is a little redundant because the metal pan will keep water away from the ledge, but it's always good to plan for redundancy.
Good morning. I'm so thankful the blue skin application went so well. There's a couple of little things that I need to fix. I'm going to try to get everything ready so that Cam and I can install the doors tonight. So I went and picked up these pans from Maddie, who actually helped me with my roofing a few years ago. They're steel aluminum. The gray you won't see, the white you will. The white will be the back lip right where the inside of the door is, which is fantastic. I designed it myself and I still have to fold the edges, but this is what's going to be siliconed to the blue skin. Now, the polyurethane on top of the blue skin doesn't provide a great surface for Sikaflex to bond to, so I do have to rough it up with sandpaper. I tried peeling the polyurethane layer up and it did not work. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's a lot more grippy.
And before I put the metal flashing in, I am just going to clean up these ledges a little bit more.
Now it's time to bend the flashing. I got these little flashing folder things. Oh, that's a lot tougher than just aluminum.
And time to turn this flashing into a pan by folding the sides up.
Now I do find this here a little bit sketchy because I don't want anyone to catch their foot on it because this is going to be on the inside of the door. So I am gonna try to cut this guy down and tuck it under this double fold if I can. And I have the Sikaflex 1A for the corners. That way if water gets into this back corner here, it's sealed. Well, it can't be that tight. Maybe it'll fit on the other side. I kind of forgot inside measurement is different than outside measurement. Okay, it is enough room for this one. This one's a little bit bigger. Pan number 2. It's a little bit better. Just perfect. Time to caulk the back edge and the sides so that if water does somehow get under it, it can escape out. Now to apply it. I have everything cleaned up and scraped off as best as I could. Ham is gonna be home soon. The last thing I wanna do is take out the drywall returns in the doors because they are gonna be in the way of the flashing. I have to cut them, reinstall them above the flashing. Plus, I'm a little bit worried about the height and the little amount of space there is to install these doors. It's a little stressful. New caulking gun, because this one was not working. Oh, that's so much better. It was so difficult to do before. Oh, bugs. Why did that hurt so much? I think I bruised my hand earlier today doing this.
Again? I take care of your hands, bro.
Okay, we're gonna take the slider out. We didn't think of this before. How do we get it out though? I guess.
I think it's probably easier if it's standing up too. Is it crazy?
I don't know.
Here, let me slide more.
I can't get it further up.
We tried.
We tried.
We did our worst.
So what we're gonna do is lift it up, get it on my lap. I'm gonna get my body out of it again. Set it on the.
You do that this time?
No, I think you have the heavier hinge point and I have the more mobile body.
Well, I'll go with that. I'm pretty stiff lately. Momentarily maybe crush you. Don't open your mouth. They just go for your mouth. All right.
Gotta get my boot out from underneath now.
Gotta get that boot. Oh.
Hold on to the door, sir.
Sorry, it was in my ear. It was alive.
You okay? I didn't tell you I was moving.
Yeah, I wasn't looking, so.
Oh, it fits!
Did it.
I think that was the easiest door install I've ever done.
It's because I was here, just saying.
Okay, so it's at a plumb. I'm wondering if you should be leveling it, I should be holding it, and you tell me when to screw. Right now, it needs to go this way, just the top. And then we gotta push it over. You can pull it until you're good, and then I can set a screw. Move over.
It took us a lot of fussing to get these doors into place because we think we actually bent the frames of the doors when we were pulling them out to fix the leak. So we spent some time with some shims around the door flange trying to straighten it all back out. And it did seem to actually work. We were panicked for a bit trying to figure out what was going on, but they're working and I couldn't be happier. After months of thinking, speaking to professionals, and trying to figure out the best route, we finally have waterproofed sliding doors and a waterproofed step.
So now that these sliding doors are in, it's been raining for 2 straight days. There has been no leaking, as I suspected. I'm so happy because it's such a huge step of being able to get this wall completely done, of being able to pour the self-leveler in this room so that we can take the kitchen out of the 1 bedroom, bring it in here, finish mudding the house, finish priming the house, do the other rooms with self-leveler, be able to floor. That's a huge deal. Get the kitchen in. We want those main steps done before being able to move in. And of course, it's never just the build. We still have to cut all of next year's wood and we're already behind. I do want to share a goal though. I would like to move in here August or September, at the very latest October. It would be nice that when we flick the heat on in here, we can shut the trailer off, close it down for the winter, and never live in it again. Since I am so far along in the project this year, I actually think this is doable. It's whether or not we're gonna be living in a tiny bit of a construction zone.
And if you're interested, here is the exact checklist that I need to complete in order to get occupancy. But if we can complete more than that before we move in, that's a huge bonus.
A lot of people say don't move in before it's finished, and I hear you, but we need to live in a home again. We need to not spend another winter in the trailer. So getting these doors in was such an integral step because I've been dealing with this leak for like 8 months, and now it is done. It is dealt with, and it's honestly just such a relief because it works, it's functioning, it's waterproof this time. I know you guys are like, when can you get help? We are trying our best. It's all the trades busy seasons right now. We often try to find playdates for our daughter on weekends so Cam can help. I know that Cam the painter will be likely back to help. I have some other friends who just bought land where I might be able to help them. They might be able to help me. So there's a lot going on, and I want to thank you for joining along this journey, engaging below, liking, subscribing. It really helps us be able to continue forward. There's lots to do outside. There's lots left still to do inside. So I will see you next week.